welcome to this short video where we give a presentation on the MSc PG Diploma in Library and Information Studies that we deliver here in the Information Studies subject at the University of Glasgow. My name is Dr David McMenemy, and if you join the course, I will be delighted to meet you. I'm the programme convener, and I also teach on some of the courses that you would take if you undertake the degree. In terms of the Information Studies subject, we cover a wide range of areas related to information studies, including information management, digital humanities, and GLAM generally. So GLAM stands for Galleries, Libraries, Archives and Museums. And we are unique in Scotland in bringing all four of those topics together in one learning environment. All of our programmes, undergraduate through to postgraduate, are accredited by CILIP. And this degree, which will be brand new for 2025, will be put forward for accreditation in the May 2025 accreditation round. So we look forward to it being accredited as well. Now, CILIP accreditation is important because it offers you, the graduate, the benefit of reciprocal accreditation for countries like USA, Canada, Ireland, and Australia. So if you're from North America, for instance, ALA has a reciprocal agreement with CILIP in the UK to recognise each other's qualifications. And all of the degrees that are accredited by CILIP are built around what they call the professional knowledge and skills base, which you can see here, which focuses on a range of generic skills for professionals, but also specific skills that relate to information jobs. And depending on the sector you go into, the categories will vary in terms of importance. But the key thing is that every course is assessed using that formula. Now, in terms of the aims of the programme itself, firstly, to provide a theoretical framework for critically understanding the role of libraries and information studies in society, develop a critical awareness of the role that international, national and local contexts play in shaping policy and practice related to information behaviours, information literacies and information ethics and law. Provide experience of working with physical and digital library and information collections. Develop an understanding of the role digital technology plays in library and information studies theory and practice, and also to situate the role of the libraries and information studies within the wider cultural heritage sector. In terms of the programme, in terms of how it's delivered, the Master of Science degree is full year, is made up of 180 credits, which is a completion of taught courses for 120 of those credits, and a dissertation is worth 60 credits. The postgraduate diploma is 9 months and is 120 credits where you complete 6 courses, and this can also include a work placement. Now, in terms of the programme structure, semester 1, you would undertake 3 core courses. The first module is Libraries and Information Services Management, where we explore a range of issues around how libraries are managed in the modern era, everything from management and marketing theory through to ethics and values and advocacy. Next year, also doing Information Society, where we focus on how people seek information, how information behaviour influences how they seek information, and also how we can deliver information literacy to citizens and patrons of our libraries. And semester 1, you also will undertake special collections and digital scholarship. And this is very much a strength of our subject area. And you will be studying essentially how people utilise these special collections, how digital scholarship influences how people work with information, how it changes the nature of the relationship with the library service and with the items that they use. So very exciting set of 3 courses here for semester 1. Semester 2, you'll want to take 2 core courses and 1 optional course. So the core courses are Description, Cataloguing and Navigation, where we will teach you how to organise information so it's findable, navigable and understood in terms of categories. And you'll also undertake Research Design and Methods in Information Studies, which is preparing you for the work on your master's dissertation later in semester 3. In terms of the optional course that you're allowed to do, well, you're allowed to choose 1 optional course from all of those available Information Studies courses, or you can browse the course catalogue and take any available optional course from School of Humanities, School of Critical Studies, or School of Culture and Creative Arts. So there's a chance there for you to pursue interests that are perhaps out with information studies generally, but are still focused from an arts perspective. Your master's research project, for those of you who do the MSc, takes place during the summer semester. And the way this works is you would propose a dissertation topic in semester 2. You would be allocated an appropriate member of staff from the academic staff who can supervise that. And essentially, you undertake this independent research over the summer with supervision from the academic member of staff. And that can be of any topic related to information studies and libraries that you can think of. So really depends on the interests you might have when you come, or you might be influenced by some of the courses that you undertake while you're here to undertake a different topic. But there's no compelled topics other than it has to fit within the remit of a library and information studies master's degree. In terms of career prospects then, well, as a library and information studies degree, our main avenue for careers for those who undertake the degree will obviously be working in libraries in some way or form. But that obviously is quite a wide range. So we offer a foundation that allows you to basically target any particular sector that you want to work in. So for those of you who are interested in working with rare books and special collections, we'll obviously be covering that in special collections and digital scholarship. But you'll also be able to work in public and school libraries or academic libraries or health libraries or corporate library environments, because we will give you a set of tools that are applicable across any sector. There's also other potential career roles in areas like information governance. So we obviously cover information ethics and information law, which are key components of information governance jobs. And increasingly, that's an area of the workforce that is growing because of things like data protection law and freedom of information law. Then there's lots of roles in many different types of organizations for information governance professionals. So our degree will prepare you for certainly any library sector role you might fancy working in, but also information governance roles as well. So just to sum up then, a library and information studies master's degree that's taught in a College of Arts. And that's very important because you will find if you look around the world at different courses, they can be based in different faculties. The fact that ours is based in a College of Arts means that you very much have an arts-based lens applied to everything that we do. You'll also be studying alongside students in museum studies and information management archives degrees. So you'll get a real feel for different sectoral influences, different sectoral challenges that will, I think, prove very useful for you in your future careers. And lastly, you'll be studying in a city with a very vibrant GLAM sector and good opportunities for experiencing the best of the sector across central Scotland. We're very fortunate in Glasgow that we're not very far in terms of travelling to cities like Stirling or Edinburgh or even Dundee. So there's lots of scope out there for you to travel around the country and visit very, very high quality GLAM institutions to augment your own theory and knowledge that you would learn on the course. So that's a quick overview for you. Again, if you've got any more questions you want to ask me, then please feel free to email me directly or email Humanities Inquiries, and they will gladly be able to answer any queries that you have. And I hope this short overview has given you some idea of how the course is going to work, and I hope to see you on the degree in the future. Thank you very much.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm very, very pleased to be joined now by the programme convener, David. So if you've got any questions, please drop them in the chat. I see we've got some already, and we've got people joining us from all around the world, so hello to you all. I'm going to start with a question from Corbo. And it's, do we know the timetable yet, David? Is this anything that you're able to share at the moment?
No, we won't know the exact timetable until much later in the summer, usually August time. But obviously, if you want to know at that time, just drop me a note and I can let you know. We do try and teach the degree a couple of days a week to try and accommodate the part-time students. So whenever it is cemented into the timetable, it will be relatively straightforward. But I'm afraid that we couldn't give you that detail as of yet. It's much more of a summer thing.
Brilliant, thank you, David. I've got another question from Olivia. Hello to Olivia. Are we going to also cover the Masters in Information Management and Preservation? So I'll kind of cover this a little bit, and I don't know if David, you want to jump in, but obviously we're focusing here on the Library and Information Studies programme. However, David, is there anything you'd like to potentially share with Olivia about the other program within the department?
Yeah, absolutely. See, in terms of the information management preservation degree, that's a degree we've been teaching for around 20 years now, I think. So more geared towards perhaps archives and records work. So one of the reasons we introduced the new library degree for this year is to complement the other two degrees we have. So we have a museum studies degree, and we also have the information management degree, which is more archives, like I said. So it means we've got all three covered. So I guess ultimately, if your career goals are within the archives sector or records management sector, then the information management preservation degree would probably be the right one for you. Do you have any kind of specific questions about the degree you wanted to ask? And I can see if I do teach on it, and I used to be the convener, so I could answer a reasonable amount of questions on it if you have any.
And another question here: what is the difference in terms of job opportunities between the diploma and the masters?
Yeah, no, that's an excellent question that we often get in the UK. In terms of the postgraduate diploma, for most accredited degrees in the UK, to work in the UK, the postgraduate diploma is usually enough. So the postgraduate diploma consists of the 120 taught credits on the degree, and the master's consists of the 120 taught credits plus the dissertation over the summer. So realistically, if you're from abroad, if you're not from the UK, or you wanted to work abroad, then you would need the master's degree. If you were planning on working solely in the UK, then the postgraduate diploma would be enough for that, because both are accredited by CILIP. But you would not probably be able to explain away to another market abroad what the postgraduate diploma is. It's a very British beast, so from that perspective. But if you are from the UK, the PG diploma would be enough to practice as a professional librarian and become chartered. If you're from another country, it wouldn't be viable for you to enter the professional marketplace. So that's the main difference.
Thank you. Hope that answers your question. I've got another question here. Is this just a one-year program?
Yes, if you're doing it full-time, it's a one-year master's programme. So basically the teaching begins mid-September, and essentially the summer of writing the dissertation ends roughly mid-August to late August. So it's almost exactly a full year. If you're doing part-time, then it's usually 2 years for the part-time version. But if you're full-time, it's 1 year. Yeah.
Well, thanks, David. One question that we know comes up quite a bit, and I'm going to jump in here and be cheeky. Do applications need any previous professional experience or degree in library information studies to be able to apply?
Yeah, no, thanks. That's another excellent question. So in terms of previous experience, we do look for at least 2 weeks previous experience, but that we interpret that very broadly. So in terms of that, we're looking at any kind of role that you've worked with information. So it doesn't have to be a specific library type role. It can be any role like that, but it can also be covered by volunteering roles. So if you've done some volunteering, that would be more than enough to cover it in terms of that experience. In terms of previous degrees or degrees to qualify you, we take any undergraduate degree, undergraduate honours degree or equivalent. So it doesn't matter what background you come from. The idea is to qualify you to work as a librarian. So librarianship has people from various backgrounds, predominantly arts and humanities, but also social sciences as well. In the past, I've taught computer scientists to be librarians, and chemists, biologists. There's lots of roles within specific subjects like that for librarians. So research roles, that kind of thing. So any background would qualify you for the degree.
Fantastic. Good question here from Eve. Do we get hands-on experience with archives and museums?
Well, if you're doing the information management preservation degree or the museum studies degree, then yes, there would be experience in that way. For the library degree, obviously would be in libraries, but the actual physical hands-on side of things is contained in 2 aspects. So the special collections and digital scholarship module in semester 1, you'll be working with some of the collections in the Glasgow University Library. Obviously, as a very old institution, we have a significant rare books collection, so our collections go back to well, even before the university existed in 1485, is it? C, was that right? 1485-ish, I think. So we have a very significant rare books and manuscripts collection that you'll be working with in that module. But also the placement component is built into the description, cataloguing and navigation class, and that's basically a cataloguing placement which we'll organise, and we're just in the process of building up our network for that at the moment for January. So that will be the second semester. Yeah.
Lots of fantastic questions coming through. We'll try and get through as many of these as we can. A great question here from Lee. Are there lots of opportunities in Glasgow for part-time work in the library field while studying at the university or otherwise?
I wouldn't say lots in the library field. We have three kind of major universities in the city, so all of them normally have library posts in term time, which often students apply for. We also have Glasgow Life, who are basically the provider of the library, museums and archive service for the city. They often have part-time roles that you could apply for. So I wouldn't say lots of them. They do exist in terms of jobs. But yeah, I would be overstating to say lots, so it'd be just a case of kind of watching out for those. Glasgow Life has something like 35 library staff, so often they do rely on their casual, as we call it over here, staffing to do that. But there's no guarantees, obviously. You would have to apply, and it's completely separate from us. That'll be a separate process.
Question from Anna. How large do you anticipate the programme being? I know some similar programmes in archives and conservation have limited enrolment.
Yeah, so this will be the first year it's delivered. So we just put the course through last year for the university to put on the books. So in year one we have anticipated 20 students, and beyond year one we're looking at hopefully 40 students per year. It looks like we might get more than 20 based on the number of applications we had already for year one, but a nice number is around 40. We're looking for all three degrees to have around 40 each. At the moment, we've got about 100 on the two existing degrees. We want to try and balance it out to about 120 across the three. So roughly 40. There'll be some classes that you'll be in which will combine all of the degrees together for lectures, but for the most part you'll be with your colleagues in your own degree for most of the courses.
Oh, another good question. These are all very good questions. I feel like I'm suggesting some of them are, but they are all fantastic. Thank you all very much. How much this course is taught online or in person?
So I didn't quite catch that. See how much was online or in person?
Yeah.
On campus for in the vast majority. There might be the odd hybrid type setup, but the degree is designed to be predominantly face-to-face and working in things like labs and working in library areas. So there's not any online component other than the odd lecture perhaps that might be done in a hybrid format. It's campus-based.
Well, thank you. We're coming up to the end of this session. As this is a new programme, David, is there anything in particular you're really excited about, especially as this will be the first ever cohort of these students?
Yeah, I'm just really excited to be. I've delivered a course like this at a previous university for 20 years. I ran that course, but that was in a science faculty. So I'm just really excited to be delivering a degree like this in an arts college of arts, where we can really delve into the collections that we have at the University of Glasgow, and obviously working alongside archivist colleagues and museum studies colleagues. I think it's a really exciting course from the perspective of the GLAM outlook and the connections that the staff have with the wider library community more generally. So yeah, just really excited about getting the course off the ground, and hopefully some of you will want to join us.
Real. So if our viewers have any further questions for you, because I realise we've not managed to cover everything, is there a way that they can get in touch or find out more information?
Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to email me directly. I see there's some questions that I could answer via email that we've not had a chance to get around to because of the time. So yeah, please feel free to email me directly. There's also the generic email address, which was on the slides as well, for kind of application type queries. But equally, if you're unsure about that, just feel free to email me directly. I'm happy to answer any queries that you have.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, David, and thank you so much everyone watching for all your questions. If my very helpful YouTube moderators could pop David's email address and the program webpage link into there we go, right on cue. That would be great. And I guess all that leaves us to say is good luck with your applications, and we look forward to seeing some of you in September. Thank you all for watching.